Hey, it's John again. I'm playing Immaculate Grid. Going to play grid number 447 today in honor of Lou Gehrig, as that was his career on base percentage. Going to try to make up some grids from earlier in the week. It's been a busy week. I actually cut yesterday's game short because I got summoned, so I went with the most obvious pick for the White Sox and Tigers, which is Maglia Ordonez. I was struggling with that. I was legitimately struggling, and I'm not sure I came up with a much better name than Al Simmons, who I went with in the opening round. So anyway, let's get into it. Let's try to improve on that score, and I'll try to make up all the grids I missed from earlier in the week. So I'm going to start sharing here, and I'm going to hit refresh, hit go, and away I go. All right, no teams. Let's see. For a season, Bonds played the outfield, hit 300. Ricky Henderson had over 3,000 career hits and 300 average a couple times. That was actually a lower one. Um, Ryan Braun, I guess. Let's see, first round draft pick who played in the outfield at some point. Ken Griffey Jr. Getting a, let's see, Sean Green, I guess, will work here. Oh, that was low. All right, MVP Willie Mays, RIP. Henry Aaron, his contemporary, got 3,000 hits. MVP with 30 career or 30 home runs in a season. Jeff Kent, how about him? And then 3,000 career hits, first round draft pick, and time. I mean, we're at a minute. Yeah, I skipped that one, and now I'm trying to think of it. When did the draft actually? I guess Jeter. It's gonna be a go-to, but I don't know who else I'm gonna play. So 52% there, 76 took me a minute 27 options there. Yeah, it was kind of all over the place on that. Yeah, it was let's see. So my score was 76 and 52 of that came from Derek Jeter. I had some low ones. Sean Green was an interesting pick there. Um Probably should have come up with somebody else, but that's all right. We'll stop. We'll reset. Stop share and reshare. And we'll share this one and get into it slowly. All right. Let's see what we can do about these. So anyone who's ever had a 300 career average, 300 average in a season and hit one of these categories, I think I'm actually going to go with Reggie Jackson over here. The same, it's an advertisement for my book because he's the on Wikipedia. He's for batting average. You see Reggie Jackson, who only had a 262 career batting average, not what he was known for, but he did hit 300 once on the dot. Takes point 0.3. All right, someone who played the outfield at any point and had a 300 average for a season. Bullet Rogan played the outfield quite a bit when he wasn't pitching. And then 300 average for a season and 3,000 career hits. It's interesting. I went with Henderson. That might have been the worst one now that I kind of think about it. And the reason I say that is for a lot of players, getting to 3,000 hits is like a pinnacle career accomplishment. In the case of Henderson, it probably ranks low on the list of his accomplishments. Like 3,000 hits is kind of an aftermath. He's the all-time leader in stolen bases. He's the all-time leader in runs scored. He was briefly the all-time leader in walks before being eclipsed by Barry Bonds. Um, and that's the kind of stuff he's known for. He did get to 3,000 hits. He's the lowest batting average. I believe he has the lowest batting average of anyone to get to 3,000 hits. It's either him or Ripken, sub 280. Is lasted for a long time. That was enough of a ramble. So I think every member of the 3,000 hit club, including Ripken and including Henderson, has gotten a 300 batting average for a season. So really, it comes down to who's the most obscure person in the 3,000 hit club. I think I'll just go old with this one and go with Cap Anson. but he takes double what Henderson did, which again I think that rationale is part of why. All right, let's see if we can come up with about what do we think of Jeffrey Hammonds? He was a first round draft pick. Did not get to 3,000 hits. I don't think he ever had 30 home runs either. Phil Nevin had 40 home runs one year, and he was a number one overall pick. He goes sub one. And then, yeah, I'm trying to think here. So people have gotten to 3,000 hits since the draft, which the draft was a thing. I want to say Yount, right? I think it goes back that far. He would have been drafted in like 73 because he was a rookie in 74, 18-year-old rookie in 74. Probably George Brett as well. Probably Winfield, probably Eddie Murray, probably Molitor. I'm gonna skip that one, leave it up for a climactic ending. How about that? Let's see. I think Sauer's a relatively obscure MVP. 0.3. MVP from the 3,000 hit club. Clemente did win an MVP. I think Kaline did. Let's see. I don't know. I'm always hazy on the kind of pre 1930 MVPs because it was kind of a different system. But I know they do count. I think Ty Cobb has one of those. Pete Rose has an MVP. Henry Aaron has an MVP. Stan Musial has three. Not sure on Speaker. Jeter does not. Not sure on Wagner. Again, with that caveat. Um, Carew does. Gwynn does not. Brett does. Yount has two. Palmero does not. A-Rod has three. Beltre does not. Not sure on Paul Wainer. Eddie Murray doesn't get there. Dave Win or doesn't have an MVP. Neither does Winfield. Molitor, Henderson and Ripken both do. Biggio does not. Kind of jumping around between going in order of number of hits, and then I was just doing like more recent people. I kind of think Clemente might be a good one to go with here. 4%. An MVP with 30 home runs in a season. And who can we go with to make that? How about because it doesn't have to be the same year, and I believe Gabby Hartnett works for under 0.1. So that was actually my second best pick. Bull Road was my best. And I am gonna go with Brewer Robin Yount because I believe the draft was in effect. All right, he was a first round draft pick. Takes 16 overall, with half of that coming with Robin Yount, but there's only 7 picks that I could have gone with, and then another 4 coming from Clemente. How many options were there for that one? 7, 19. All right. I did go through the 3,000 hit club pretty thoroughly. I'm not sure if I had it exactly right, but I'm glad Mays was able to make his way on. I guess he works for everything as a first round draft pick. All right. RIP Willie. Well, I'm going to stop share there, and thank you so very much for playing along with me today. I'll get this uploaded and try to make up some more grids. So I'll be back in a little bit. Peace.